night prime time.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They go play action here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. And this belongs to the Vikings. Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about what the
Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20. Not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnston. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 at the 19. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. This defense for the Bears, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. On the give, this is Lynch. And he is going to give himself up on a play that really turns out to be a disaster. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. to the touchdown Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll run on first down. Goodson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down and 4. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they're really in sync right now.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still protected.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they end up running themselves out of time.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Well, they're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
You gotta be kidding me.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still protected.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that one will be accepted.
Still first down.
Down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
You don't need no more penalties right here.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Still first down.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Are you serious, dog?
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still first down.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. On 1st down, it's Johnston. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Come on.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up on this drive, but getting the incomplete.
Back to the ground, Lynch. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now a give, running right is Lynch. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. The Bengals will need to run the table and get help to be a playoff team, but they remain alive as they move to 5-8 on the year. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Seahawks have played as consistently well as anyone all season, and they upped their record to 9-4 with a victory there. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Third quarter starts with a run from Lynch. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll pound it with Lynch. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On third down, Johnston. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Johnston. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Lynch. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They run again on first down, Lynch. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Handoff comes to Lynch. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now back to throw. That's into the hands of the running back, Roundtree. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnston, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 2 yards yards out. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to throw again. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
It's now second and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, he's going to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bears are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They'll set up a throw. Finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Johnston. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Sam Sloman for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll drop the throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Bears! A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnston. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. A carry now for Lynch. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this over.